Tonight, we're getting a glimpse at some of the training that may have helped prevent a mass shooting at a church in Wayne last weekend.
Security guards at CrossPointe Church were among those who responded quickly to take down a shooter who police say planned mass casualties. Today, we heard from one of those men who says until Sunday, he didn't know exactly how he'd respond in that type of situation.
I've always wondered, when I hear that sound, will I run to it or will I run from it? Even though I have this training, will I? And I don't, I asked and I was out the door. I answered my question Sunday.
What do you want people to take away from this?
Trust God, first of all, but then be prepared. Be prepared.
Brave guy. So where did the CrossPointe Church security get that training and who's offering it?
Pamela Osborne found the answer in Howell.
What would you do if you ended up in a situation like this one? Here at Peacemakers, they work with law enforcement groups, community groups, churches as well. As far as that church training goes, this is usually the scenario that you're dealing with, but they offer other training and tools as well. And as far as CrossPointe Church, well, it turns out just 3 days before a gunman showed up at their congregation, their church security team was here learning how to keep people safe.
We never want to do this. We take this precaution as something that we hopefully never ever will use, and we'll do everything we can to not use it.
Instructor Brad McClements and I sat down in their classroom to discuss the training they offer to local churches. Last Thursday, CrossPointe Community's security team was in this room too.
It's an awareness class, things that we should be looking for, red flags, indicators that something might not be right.
Days later, something wasn't right.
Everybody to the back.
A gunman, later identified by police as 31-year-old Brian Anthony Browning, showed up in a tactical vest with a long gun and a handgun and lots of ammo.
The first initial one was fear, generally, because we weren't quite sure how it all played out. Once I learned the outcome of it and I learned that the security guard had lived, sustained minor injuries, and that security team was totally okay and there were no casualties, I was extremely grateful.
It wasn't long after the shooting that Adam Wilson learned the security team involved had just taken a course with them.
I think I was most impressed with the threat identification, the fact that the aggressor never made it into the church.
Investigators have said dozens of lives were saved. The guards didn't train on the range or use the simulator.
What are you doing? Drop the knife.
But what they did learn last Thursday helped put them in a position to respond.
After an incident's over, I never thought it would be me, right? But what have we done to prepare if it is you? That's kind of what we do and why we do these classes.
And there has been more interest in that training program since Sunday. I should also mention MSP has similar training for worship security. And as far as the issue of CPL, carrying a gun inside of a church, the guys over there at Peacemakers tell me even if you have a license to carry, you do have to clear that with church leadership in advance. We're live tonight. I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Okay, Pamela, thank you.